Welcome to Supernatural Adventures. Here's a new session. We're going to start talking about the Waverly Sanitarium in Kentucky. Went and spent the night there with a couple people and a ghost hunting team called Nevermore Paranormal. It was interesting. It was fun. It was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And we got a lot of stuff. I don't know if I got much on video, if anything, because I haven't really looked at, like, stuff and did stuff, but, we got a lot of pictures, though. We got a shit ton of orbs. Just shit ton of orbs. A couple pictures. There is one of, it looks like someone standing in a window. And then just a couple other weird things. But just orbs, lots of orbs. The Death Tunnel is probably my favorite. This will be split up into 8 separate episodes, just like Villisca was. These versions will be longer, of course, because I got a lot more video of Waverly, I think, hopefully. I don't know. So anyways, sit back and enjoy. Like I said, I'm not going to talk much with these episodes because I got so much footage. So how it's normally going to go is I'm going to show you all the pictures first of everything, and then I will finish up with the videos. So sit back and enjoy. Supernatural Adventures, the Waverly edition. Alright, here's some pictures. These woods are creepy. So your check's been normal this week, right? Wait, is it Saturday again? Don't move, there's a shadow person next to you. No, I'm kidding. The shadow people.
I think we're going to go on the ghost tour of Louisville, though, Wednesday before we leave. Are you? Yeah.
What's down that road?
I like her car. She got a new car.
It's an old road. Hello, my intuitive friend. Are you ready to do this? No? Do you think we'll find something?
No.
No?
Yes, I do.
What about you, Barb? What about you, Jen? She's on the phone. Do you think we're going to find something?
Of course.
Who are you talking to?
Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. We're about to go find some ghosts. These woods are creepy. It feels like somebody's watching you.
Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, I forgot to have you said we were about to go find some ghosts.
It does. It looks like the Friday the 13th woods.
You know, like my sister said, you know how much fucking money they make charging people $100 an hour? Like, oh my god. That's hard.
Here, it was hard to erase it. Here, I
was going to say, I'll scoot over. Tell them I'll scoot over.
Here, Randy. You'd have to erase it.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't get to it fast enough to erase it.
Oh. Thanks a lot.
step. There's places like that all throughout the world.
Oh, cool.
The gargoyles were added by the current owner.
Is that what it is? Probably.
This is irritating.
What's that?
I'm videotaping and taking pictures.
Alright, so there's all the windows.
She original?
No, the nurses were not original.
Original?
No, probably pretty close time period. It wasn't from up there. You guys happen to see flaring throughout the night, and you see somebody out on the property? Go away, go away.
Oh, whoops, I forgot I was still recording. Oh my god.
What?
This is fucking amazing.
This was actually the front door. The way you guys saw on the way up was the back of the building. Every patient actually came through this door and checked in at the lobby here. There wasn't another door that they brought them in to. Too far. I'm pretty sure you guys probably...
No, not that far.
Now this door and the fire escape that we're going to see on that side actually were added later when it became Woodhaven Geriatrics. Waverly goes to 1961, and then Woodhaven Geriatrics opened in 1962, and it was opened in 1980. They had to get building up. That's the plan. The problem with this building is you have to have a development plan at all times. Now, obviously, started administering it in the 50s, and by 1961, there was no large scale. Yes. Yep. Now, the geriatric center actually got shut down by the state for alleged patient abuse. Some of the things we heard, we obviously can't verify any of this, or nobody can speak to it. We heard that if they changed your sheets at 2 o'clock on Monday, if you soiled it at 2:30 on Monday, you were stuck on the next Monday at 2 o'clock. Now, we have heard from patients, we've talked to patients over the years since the owners owned it. Now, they're obviously up there in years by now, a lot of them. But some of them were kids in the 50s, early 60s. So, we've heard that they actually snuck off the property at times and would go and eat a burger somewhere or just have something a little different. So, because it was pretty much an honor system. You were supposed to be here, you just kind of were expected to stay here.
No trespassing. Hazardous.
And this is the fire escape I was talking about that was added later.
Wow.
Obviously, probably wouldn't want to walk on it
Yeah.
now.
Probably not the best option now. Oh, Angie, thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you for coming.
So this is actually the back.
I just feel like we're
Yeah, this is the back.
out. I'm trying to grow mine out.
Oh, that's natural.
She's
said that last time.
Remember last time? Remember last time how my hair was bunched up like this? Like all through my back. Because she doesn't. I brushed things.
Now, if you guys come back in the future, hopefully they're building or not building, the water pump system that was down there. There was a building that housed it, and currently they're making it into rooms so people can actually stay on the property.
A little flashlight.
This is where the building attaches to the body chute. Also, the easiest way to remember how to get down here is the first floor pretty much only goes one way. So just find the exit sign and head straight down to the right. So. They got both of them were from right outside this room, running across the hallway. So it's active in that sense as well. But yeah, those things rooms. Now we're gonna go across the hall so you guys can see these other rooms.
Nice energy. I didn't know you went back that way. I was like, there's a room number so you can remember it.
I think it's five. I think this is the. Oh wait, this is what, the second floor?
Now what's the difference between that room over there and this room over here? This is actually where you would come in. There was a terminal. They actually keep these doors here closed. That way when the patient died, they could really discreetly roll them around to the elevator and take them down to the morgue without the other patients knowing that they had died. Now, they still took excellent care of you once you got over here. They still electroshock therapy. This room here was actually linen storage. That's the front for the linen house. I'll tell you why this room was important when we get down farther.
I can't
Things out of this room.
I'm scared of the dark.
Take note.
No.
Yeah, we're out here.
Randy's always last.
It just looked like fewer people for some reason.
That's because we have stuff.
Jesus was here.
It's just that dark house.
There is, but most of it's covered up here, most of it.
Barb, we're gonna be the first ones to die. We gotta go.
That's a pain.
What's this? What's this called?
I was actually going to let you guys guess.
Okay, I'm ready.
Does anybody want to guess what this room is?
I really did the first step.
More.
I'll give you two hints. No, this is not the morgue.
The draining room.
There was no draining room.
Oh,
Did not exist.
okay.
I'm guessing you've seen Spooked.
It was what you posted last night, Barb.
No, there was no drainage room at all. And I'll talk a little bit about that more in the morgue. I'll give you two guys two hints. One, that over there, sorry,
Electric shock.
is original to the building. And this used to be the most active room in the hospital. And you're actually right, it's electroshock therapy. Yes. It kind of gives false credibility to the saying that this was a mental hospital. It wasn't a mental hospital, it was for people with tuberculosis. But tuberculosis could attack other parts of your body, including your brain. So when you got tuberculosis of the brain, you'd actually go through electroshock therapy because you'd go a little crazy. So. Great. You guys ready? This used to be the most active room in the building. It has since been replaced, and I'll tell you what is now most of the time. But with that being said, it is still a very, very active room. Yeah, actually, we've had people hear electricity. We used to have lights up here, and those would turn on even when there was an electrical run to this room. So there used to be a drop ceiling, and actually all blew off from somebody provoking. So
Oh my
that's part of
gosh.
why we don't allow that, because they did get hurt. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Savannah's room.
Oh, no. Yeah. So Savannah's setting up some here.
You were making a whole stuff.
Hers. There's some of the process going on. There's a crazy example there. Lights on. Don't be afraid of that.
I'm like, I feel like you're really tired. Don't think that there's anything in there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know I don't like regular water. Oh, so flashlights. They're supposed to like use that much. You can use it right now.
Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. Oh shit. Where'd they go?
I hope that was a quality.
I think it was.
You guys want to come over here? So
Sorry, that thing scared the crap out of me.
that's why I warned you it was there.
You can tell I wasn't paying attention.
All right, now this was the morgue. These are the original body trays. They were the only 3 ever in the hospital. Now, when the death rate got to be a person an hour, you think this was going to double all those patients?
Oh yeah, you could just
Several on top of each other.
They didn't do that. Those cold storage, they'd clean one of those out and actually put bodies in there. And then when that filled up, they'd actually use the linen storage room that I pointed out for bodies too. Whoa. So they had a lot of bodies in a lot of places on this hall. So, now the drainage room did not exist, but this would have been the closest thing to it. You see how there's a lip around the edge of this? There was a sink behind that wall. They actually built that wall from the haunted house, but there's a sink back there. They roll this over on top of it with the hole above the sink, and some of the bodily fluids would run out. They didn't cut their wrist or anything like that. And the reason that is they called it the White Plague because they believed, it was a plague. So they associated it with the Black Plague, where they thought that you were more likely to get sick off of a dead body than an alive body. They were wrong, and they didn't know they were wrong, but they wouldn't have drained the fluids, and they had nowhere to put them even if they did, so that didn't exist. Now, that's the elevator. They actually bring the bodies down through there.
Oh God.
It does still work. You can get in it. We have never had anybody be able to stay in there longer than an hour. It feels like people right in your face. Now, if you do have somebody in the tray, I recommend also having somebody out here and having a recorder both places, because they'll get things that you won't get out here and vice versa. It's basically 2 completely different rooms. The same things don't happen in both.
Yeah, it was really. Yeah,
Yep, only 3.
Barb, you ready?
Now also be mindful that raccoons do sneak into the building and there may be fleas in there. I don't know that for a fact, but there may be, so be mindful of that. Take a flea bath when you get home. That's a very, noticeable noise, so sometimes people won't even be in here and you'll hear it up on the 2nd floor. So you'll be like, oh, somebody putting a body in there or something. So here, everybody thinks we built it for the haunted house. It actually is original to the building. They would take the x-ray and take the film through the maze to the doctor's office so light wouldn't get on it and it wouldn't destroy the film. So it's pretty neat that they thought of that when they were building the building. So we're actually going to go through the maze just so you guys can see what it's like.
Oh, come on.
It actually goes back the other way too. It's really small though, so I promise you're not going to get lost.
What the hell is that noise? Oh, this is like that. It scared me.
That looks real. Go ahead.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, Randy.
Oh, sorry. I can't see.
I gotta have
Oh, so this is what they use for the haunted house. Oh my God, are those real cobwebs?
Yeah, like that's a real spider.
Shut your mouth.
I'm not even in a room with batteries on.
You what? Our batteries are like totally getting drained.
I start losing them when I leave.
Shit. Are we seriously lost? Oh my God. I think we're lost.
Because we're like, what was that? Maybe we should be together.
Alright, you guys ready?
What? Ooh, stand right there, you guys. That's cool. Damn it. I know, but I gotta get it while we can. I may not have another chance. Fantasia? Hey, it's Fantasia, Mom, from True Blood.
But they come in and they check in here. So. Now this is another one of those doors I will lock at about 3:30, 3:45. You can still get down that side staircase, and it's actually easier to get down that side staircase. So just keep in mind if this door is closed, you have to go up and go down the next staircase.
Hell.
So this isn't one of them that doesn't alarm?
Yeah.
No, this isn't. That is, but this isn't.
Okay.
I just got one of those little orb things. They're following us. Oh my God. Oh my God. Run, Barb, run. I keep getting shit on my camera. Oh, wow.
Oh, the thing is, well, I opened the door, so I don't know.
Oh, you did?
But I don't know if it made any noise. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Didn't you hear the television?
This is awesome. Now this is a room with a
square
view.
feet.
Oh, I thought it was 110.
108. But that actually doesn't count this part here.
Okay.
Actually bigger.
That's why these don't have windows.
What's that?
Now,
It's
this
just open.
building, as you can see, is shaped like a bat wing. The purpose of that is most of the time it's not working very well tonight, but our storm systems and stuff will move in from that way. So the wind actually would filter in and go through. Sorry,
No,
I was about to
it's
smack you. Their thought process behind that is good air in, bad air out. They treated tuberculosis with fresh air, sunlight, and fruits and vegetables, a good diet. So, pretty ridiculous sounding today, but it worked more than it didn't actually. They got, both of them were from right outside this room, running across the hallway. So it's active in that sense as well. But yeah, those things rooms. Now we're gonna go across the hall so you guys can see these other rooms.
Nice energy. I didn't know you went back that way. I was like, oh, this is a room number, so you can remember it.
I think it's fine. I think this is the. Oh wait, this is what, the second floor?
Now what's the difference between that room over there and this room over here? This is actually where you would come in. There was a terminal. They actually keep these doors here closed. That way when the patient dies, Now, they still took excellent care of you once you got over here. They still oh yeah, lots of that. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. You could hold that. But as long as you don't shine your light directly at them, you should be fine. If you shine your light at them, they're gonna dive on you, and you better run.
What's gonna die? Awesome. Get that flashlight out, Barb. That's because it just was over you.
Oh, it was?
Yes. Run, go. It's coming after us.
I'm their friend. I'm not going to run around this.
Picking up on all that negative energy you had earlier. What? I'm not.
No, they are.
You're crazy.
Come on, now, take a picture of it.
No, just dust. Come on, Mike. I guess we'll have time to take pictures. This place is so active.
Now this floor is a mirror image of the second floor, so I'm not going to show you what I'm just going to show you a spot that there's a little bit of history behind.
Okay. God, you can't see anything at all.
If you go down the body chute, there's probably like 15 at the bottom. I've already told a couple on the front, a couple people that were in the front. This floor is the floor that gives me the creeps. I don't hang out on here longer than I have to. So if I come up to check on you guys when you guys are on this floor, it'll probably be an in and out thing, because I don't want to hang out here. So,
Why?
Have you had things happen to you, or you just...
I have, and I'm actually about to tell you about one of them.
Okay.
After I tell you kind of the history.
Something
Now this elevator,
touchy.
as you notice, it's off its shaft. There's a story behind that. In the late 80s, early 90s, there was a homeless man living up here. A homeless man and his dog, actually. And security guards at the time, which they weren't very good security guards anyways, but they left him alone. They figured he'd scare off some of the kids that came up here and did their thing. So, at the time we had a lot of cult activity up here and a lot of gang activity up here. But a homeless man actually went missing. They stopped seeing him around. They didn't think anything of it. They just figured he's homeless. He had probably moved on somewhere else. He actually lived in that room right there. He stayed in that room right beside you guys. It's just a small L-shaped linen closet. So, now a couple weeks went by, and there started to be this stench coming from inside the building. So they came in to investigate, figure out what was going on, and they tracked the scent down to this elevator. They called the police department and the fire department up just because it was one of those kind of decaying smells. The fire department actually pulled the elevator off its hinges. It's actually welded on there now. And the homeless man and his dog were found murdered inside the elevator shaft.
They were murdered?
Yeah. Now, we do not know for sure who did it. Nobody was ever charged with the murder. Like I said, we do know that cult and gang activity happened up here. And we do know that he had some strange markings on him.
How long ago was this?
It was early 90s when he actually passed away, but he lived up here late 80s and early 90s.
And you haven't had any cult activities since?
We haven't had any cult activity since the current owners bought
Sorry, I
it.
had to ask.
Since the current owners bought it. Since we got cameras up and all that and started running people off.
Okay, that was weird.
Now, I'm going to tell you another tour guide story, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of my stories up here. We had, Dale was his name, he was giving a tour, and he got up here. He hadn't gotten to the part where he was talking about the homeless man. He actually was talking about Timmy before that, and I'll tell you guys about Timmy in just a second. But one of his tour group had wandered off into this back room, and he was about to call him back because we usually don't like people wandering off, especially on our 2-hour tours, because there's lots of rooms that aren't safe. You could get hit your head across something, things like that. So he was about to call him back when all of a sudden a scream came out of the room. The boy bolted out of there, ran into this wall, knew they had come up some stairs down that way, so he ran that way, went down the stairs. They didn't catch up with him until he was down on the first floor. Now the tour guide slammed him up against the wall once he caught up with him and asked him what he thought was the appropriate question. What are you on? Figured he was on crack, high, something like that. Guy swore up and down he was sober. And once he told us his story, we actually believed him, and I'll tell you guys about that when I get to his story. So what he told us is he told us he snuck off in that room, and then he saw another person in there. He thought somebody had snuck off behind him. It's like, oh, cool. The other man, tall, 6 foot or so, had a trench coat and long blonde hair, which, you guessed it, it's what the homeless man looked like. The man actually turned around towards him, and he realized he didn't have any eyes, and he had green glowing spots where his eyes should have been. So, that would freak me out.
What the?
And that's when he screamed and ran away.
Sorry. What to say, was it a burger package?
Now, the reason we believe him is the green part of it. We don't normally tell people on our 2-hour tours about the green thing. A lot of the time when we get paranormal activity up here, there will be a green glow around them or a green glow associated with them in some form. Not all the time by any means, but a lot of the time. So that's part of why we would believe him. Plus he came up here and he volunteered for a couple years later. So he would have never come in the building, but he helped out with lawn work and things like that. So, now my personal experience up here, I was in the back of a group one night. We have 2 guides go with every group, one in the front to actually give the tour and one in the back to just make sure everybody's staying together. So I was in the back of the group that night, and the back half of the group usually stares down the hallway, just kind of one of those things. So we were looking down the hallway, and at first I thought a raccoon was just crawling around down there, because you could see a small shape close to the ground, it looked like it had 4 legs and it was crawling around. And then this shape morphed into a person, like real as you and me. You can see the triangle in between his legs, 2 distinct legs, 2 distinct arms, head, everything. So he's down there, and he's down there for a few seconds, and then he just completely dissipates. I mean, he didn't walk off or anything, just was there and then wasn't. So that kind of freaked me out. The back of the group gasps, and the tour guide's like, what's going on, what's going on? And we're like, something was down there. So, but aside from that, this floor just creeps me out. This is where the creeper is most often seen. This is where Big Black's most often seen.
What's Big Black?
Creeper is like crawling, looks like Golem from Lord of the Rings, basically.
Oh.
Shadow.
Or made of like a grudge. Like that one movie.
Yeah, so, and then Big Black is actually an entity that will black out the whole hallway, start blocking out doors down the hallway. Now if you see Big Black, now the creeper, most people can just walk away calmly, and he doesn't usually hurt people.
Okay.
But Big Black is most often associated with people that get scratched on our groups and things like that. So if you do see him, I recommend, I can't tell you you have to by any means, but I recommend going out into the solarium. Usually they don't go out there for whatever reason. It's more calming out there for me too. If I get freaked out, I'll walk out there. So they usually just hang out in the hallway though, or in the rooms. So.
Okay.
That's my advice. You don't have to follow it by any means, but if you get scratched,
It's not a good place for the laser.
I told you so. Now Timmy is also associated with this floor. Anybody know who Timmy is?
That's the little boy.
Ghost boy that likes to roll the ball around. We'll have groups sit here and they'll roll the ball down the hallway, kind of like that one down there. They'll just roll the ball down the hallway and then they'll maybe do some EVP work here. Just talk amongst themselves, things like that. And more times than not, the ball will actually roll back to the group. So it's pretty neat.
So Timmy's just playing.
Yeah, Timmy's just fine.
What's with Timmy?
Now this was the men's floor, so we don't know why there was a pivot. But, I mean, maybe his dad or someone was up here and he visited him all the time or something. So. Moving on. We're actually going to go up to the 5th floor before the 4th floor.
Oh, God.
So.
Right? We're not allowed on the 4th floor.
No, that door likes to slam around and I don't want it to hit you guys when it slams closed.
Oh, I should know at first.
This is the other door that I'll be locking at about 3:30, 3:45. Both of them were from right outside this room, running across the hallway. So it's active in that sense as well. But yeah, those are the rooms. Now we're going to go across the hall so you guys can see these other rooms.
I think this is the, oh wait, this is what, the 2nd floor?
Now what's the difference between that room over there and this room over here? This is actually where you would come up. They actually keep these doors here closed. That way when they came back, if you're in the street, you're rolling around to the elevator and taking them to the morgue. So that other patients know when they had died. Now, they still took excellent care of you when you got over here. They still gave you. I don't want anybody to know they're there. Well, this particular night, we had the security guards out front, had a burn barrel, just kind of talking, and they started hearing screaming from the building. So they came in to find out what it was. They came up, and they got about here when they noticed 3 teenage boys trying to squeeze through this window, screaming, "Help, help!"
Oh my goodness.
So, well, the guides were like, "What's going on? I mean, why can't you get off the floor?" I mean, this door is really easy to open. I mean, that door squeaks and is very heavy. This one, complete opposite, very light, doesn't hardly squeak at all. They're like, "Help, they won't let us off the floor, help us." And we're like, "Okay, who won't let you off the floor, really?" So, the tour guide, or the security guard, I keep saying tour guide, security guard came over here, opened the door. The kids were pushing so hard on this door, they actually fell out. And that's when they noticed they had a hatchet in their hand. The hatchet actually fell out of their hand. They actually have been chopping on the door trying to get out.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Now, like a lot of people like to say, there's a lock on here that probably, I mean, it was probably locked. Not the case. That lock wasn't there at the time.